Good morning, JT. What a great day here in Kicks Country.
We had some pictures just the other day of some happenings that are going on. Tell me a little bit about what you guys coming up on the weekend. This is a big deal.
It's going to be a great weekend. We got 3 days, the 25th, 6th, and 7th. All the trails are open. We have 11,000 acres of trails. We've got free camping.
11,000 acres?
I did not know Bunnell had 11,000 acres in it.
That sounds like the county to me.
Let alone a piece of property that all belonged to one family. What a great deal. And this family's been in their history for just absolutely ever.
That is amazing. So a lot of places, people can have a lot of fun out there.
We can actually leave 305, and we have a gate at the Bimini Bar. And we can go all the way down to 11 in town, so we can ride through the woods to get into town. And then we have 9,000 acres more on the other side of Route 11 that in the future we plan to do motocross.
So what do you got coming up on the weekend? What are the big highlights that you have coming on?
Truck races Saturday. Most Saturday afternoon and all of Saturday night. We've got everything from AW's dragster, which will run 200 feet in 2.1 seconds.
Wow.
To consistency races, mud races. We got 6 acres of play area for the general public to just slide around in the mud, and just more fun than people should be allowed to have for the whole weekend.
Well, that's what it's all about, man. And every time we talk about you guys, the phones just light up because people love to go out and just have a good time and cut loose.
There's nowhere that you can go and be on your own, take a ride. It's not a guided ride. You're not under somebody's thumb. You can go out in the woods. You got 11,000 acres of trails. You can go by yourself. You can have a picnic. You can go to areas like the concrete bridge where everybody gathers and water wheelies and washes their bike and cooks and has a little fire and a few beverages, and there's just gathering areas all throughout the 11,000 acres like that. And you're on your own. You can ride day and night. You can ride with a group. We have little tours that leave the general store at different times during the day and night. If you're a little nervous about being out there on 11,000 acres by yourself.
Yeah.
We do have everything fairly marked, and we're getting better at it all the time. But you know what? There's so many people out there that there's always somebody to ask or follow, and everybody is nice to everybody.
For those that maybe are not initiated, what's the best place to show up, and what's the best time for this weekend, you think, to get things going?
Our main gates are located at the intersections of 75 and 90, which is right off of 305 and 302.
Gotcha.
We open at 9 o'clock Friday morning. You can come in, set up your camp. You can stay the whole weekend. You can stay the day. All the campers, all the big rigs, everything comes in on Friday, sets up, everybody gets their cooking spots all handled, and then they go out Friday for a nice night ride.
I'll bet that smells good too. All that cooking going on out there.
We're working on a chili cook-off. We need to have a chili cook-off here in Bunnell, a big one. That
would be a great idea. I lived in Texas for a long time, and that's a big deal down there. I see nothing wrong with that idea at all.
Hey, they have naked chili cook-off. It's a huge event. Can you?
You don't want to see me there, brother.
Just think about that for a while.
You're talking the chilies are naked. That's what we're talking.
Okay. Naked chili.
Just wanted to make sure because we might have kids listening. The chilies are naked. Okay.
600 acres pasture land with roads and power and stuff like that. We just have a facility second to none in this area where we can host any number of any kind of event. We're working on cabbage chunking. You ever watch pumpkin chunking?
I've watched pumpkin chunking. Right, I've seen that.
We're the capital of the cabbage.
The money those guys put into that stuff is crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, we can have cabbage chunking or potato chunking. I mean, this is Potatoeville here.
Yeah.
We can have some big events out there.
What is the story with the David Allen Co. bus?
Real quick, David Allen Co. in 1977, David Allen Co. got out of prison.
Right.
And he wrote a song called You Never Even Call Me By My Name.
Which a lot of people know is the world's best country western song.
It's killer.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So just as a fluke, I was a school teacher. I wore a 3-piece suit and a tie every day, taught automotive school in Boston, Massachusetts. But I was a redneck at heart.
Right.
So I actually wrote David Allen Co. a letter saying, what a cool song. That was really nice. And the guy wrote back to me.
Is that neat?
And to this day, it's 30-something years later, he still has that letter. And we became very good friends. And he's played for me at the Iron Horse Saloon every bike week and every Oktoberfest since the 80s when Biketoberfest began.
That's amazing.
I've been all around the country with him. He gave me his tour bus one night in a casino in Las Vegas.
So that's the story on how you got the bus. He gave it to you?
He gave it to me. It was a personal gift from him.
Oh, man.
And I've had it for Holy cow, I've driven it all around the United States. I don't know how many times, but I've probably had it for 16, 17 years.
I've been doing country music since, I think the first time I did country radio was 1981, and that may be one of the best stories I've ever heard.
Danny Shirley, Confederate Railroad.
Right.
Danny Shirley started at my bar in the backyard on a flatbed trailer truck.
Wow.
In the late 70s.
Yeah.
So Danny and I are very good friends.
You and I are old.
Way old.
First country radio station I worked for was in San Antonio in 1981. And kind of the same kind of story. There was a local talent there. It was just starting to take off named George Strait. He was out of San Marcos, about 40 miles up the road, you know. So I know, man. Well, it's great to meet you, and it looks like a great weekend coming up, and a whole bunch of good activities just added for the future.
It's just truly more fun that people should be allowed to have, man. You can come out there and cut loose, and we'll take care of you.
Go just about everywhere that are used for emergency purposes. This is our staging area, our repair area, our VIP employee camping area where we set everything up. This is an ATV drag strip. Right now we're in the process of drying it out, re-leveling it, and then filling it with water again. And we have set up here. And this process with the telephone poles that we started, we're going to build 2 observation decks out here, big observation decks, and we're going to call them rehydration stations. With a little girl up there with a cooler full of beer, bring your own or whatever. This is called a round pen. And we picked names like this so we don't call them racetracks. The insurance company frowns on all that racing stuff. So we just call this a round pen. They get in there and they race around there. 4 or 5 of them at a time and just have an absolute ball. Actually is a little mud pit left over from the survivor runners that we're just going to keep here and dress up and utilize it. People got a little place to play. This is an obstacle course. You go around between the barrels, over the sticks. And they race around here. Balance beam. We have contests. People drive up on there and it rocks, it teeters. And we see who can keep it each end off the ground for the longest period of time. Here we have what we call a yellow bumper zone, which is an area for people that are new to the sport, or youngsters, or people that are just trying out their buggy or whatever, and they can ride around in just this kind of little circle track here. Just goes around and makes a few loop-de-doos over there, but it's not a rough house area. That's why we call it the yellow bumper zone. And then trails. Most people that come here come to ride. They don't necessarily come to sit in front of the band stage or do anything. It's the biggest park out there, they want to see it. Trail maintenance is a big thing. 2,000 to 3,000 people in one weekend can make a hell of a rutted mess out in the woods. Trail maintenance is a big expense and a big job. Come here, Moo. Come here. Come here. Got her head stuck in the window of my Geo tractor one day. thought we were going to lose